squad, I'm gonna get mine. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't tell me how you're off and down. When you smile in my face, but you play me like a clown, it's your fool, bitch. So just step back. I'm mad that when I come down straight, I thought you were my piece, but you play me out. Now I'm mad as hell, and I'm full of doubt. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. I'm back on the scene, it's time to get mean. I'm a lean revolution machine. For what people stay, they sway. For today is good as any day. Y'all feel slightly this, let's resist. Raise your fist and pump like this. Promises all the time. Don't cross the line, but you know it's right. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll.
Double time, get something in your rigor. 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 Double time, get something in your rigor.
Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? 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 W
Wait a minute. I can't hear.
Yeah, you're on now.
Oh, okay. I can hear you.
Oh, that happened to me too. I had to go back and click something and it went on.
There we go. Okay, we're live. Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the Ignorance is No Excuse podcast with Liz Lights Up. Liz Lights Up. Liz Lights Up.
Hello.
Hello.
How are
What's
you?
up, everybody? I'm doing great. I'm sorry I was late. I tried to make it here in time, but Siri screwed up my traffic. So thank you, Siri. Again,
Always somebody else's fault.
that's right.
No, I mean,
AI.
it really is.
Blaming AI.
No sarcasm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As you should.
I just put a story up on my Facebook timeline about they took an AI robot and fed it all kinds of information about lions and tigers and bears and human emotions and put the AI robot out in the field in Africa. And when the AI robot saw a lion, it tracked him and it watched him and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, it got scared. It said, "Big cat, scared. Big cat, scared." And this AI robot got PTSD because now whenever the AI robot sees a cat or a dog, any kind of animal, he freaks out. And they couldn't fix it. They couldn't fix it. The robot had PTSD. Can you believe that?
Can a robot enter the medical cannabis program? Is there a way to do that?
Thank you for bringing it full circle, Jim, because I wanted to get to that. Yes, they should give that.
Sorry about that.
Give that robot some cannabis.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some AI cannabis. I don't know. Is there AI cannabis that would help the robot?
Well, yeah, it's called
How do
oregano.
you put emotions in? Like, that's so messed up.
Read the story. It's on my timeline. It's crazy. They lost $500 million on this robot because they had to destroy it. They couldn't get it to work after that.
Well, they could have used it like for focus groups to see what scares people with PTSD. Like
Right? Yeah.
if you like blew off a firecracker behind it when it didn't know it was coming, what would that robot do?
Let's find out together.
I agree.
Well,
I'm just filling a bowl of I don't know what. Something I smoked last night. I don't remember.
well, speaking of AI and Facebook too,
Oh, Aberkind.
you can't
That's
trust any pictures. You just can't trust pictures. And because every time I see a picture has to do with logging or the old west or anything, you look in the comments and it's all tearing AI apart. Look, all the faces look the same if you use magnifying glass. So like Facebook can, have algorithms that do all sorts of things, and they can kick people off Facebook for everything they want. But
Yeah.
I have no fun, no joy in looking at pictures. Oh, look, there's an old picture of Billy the Kid. No, it's not. I mean, I don't even know if, maybe they're not real pictures of Abraham Lincoln. No, they started out like that. But,
Perhaps.
and then people point out the absurdity of the pictures that I don't notice, like, I don't know. I used to like stuff like that, Every picture.
The world is changing, my friend.
Well,
Did you ever think that you'd be able to smoke cannabis in like an oil form with an app for your phone? We
Cheers.
live in crazy times, man. Crazy times.
yeah, picture is no longer worth a 1,000 words. It's worth about 7 or 8.
I love this little bud.
Here, here. Smoke them if you got them.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, I didn't make the last podcast because the weirdest thing, I was just doing some pruning some things in a wild part of the yard, and I cut stuff of like 3/4 inch down, like about a foot off the ground, so I can come by and either pull it out. But I had to step over something. I got my blue jeans on. As I stepped over it, there's like about a 12-inch piece of what I just cut off. Nice round snip top, about a 60-degree angle though. So as I stepped over something, doing something else, I went back to that area. When I came down, when I stepped, like if this here was, and I was coming here and I stepped it, my foot, you see it angled into my shin.
Ow.
Right here this way, but it hit
Rolled it.
It hit on the edge of the bone, and I had sturdy blue jeans on. And yet, what happened is when it hit and went up, like when I went down on it like that, it ripped alongside the bone because the bone, the edge of the shin bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ripped and opened up a 1/2 inch wide gaping hole that was like profusely bleeding for about 30 seconds. It was white underneath it,
Oh, ow.
Did you go get it stitched?
Oh yeah, I got 10 stitches.
Ow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me,
man.
I was stoned and I lost track of time. He has a legit excuse.
You got stoned and you missed it.
I came in at like 5:40, but it was like too late. I was
That's
like, oh.
Can't even write a song about it. Somebody already did. Got stoned and I missed it. So, just don't worry about that. That was like day before yesterday. Today was a surprise because I had to go back to the urologist because of they were checking out a little hardening on the bladder. So when I went to the urologist after opening up a gash in my leg, I thought this is going to be a piece of cake. It's just, it's a follow-up visit. And then it's like, what do we need to follow up? That's never good. Maybe they found something. But what they wanted to do was take a peek inside my bladder. And I'm like, okay, where's the entry point? And yeah, I knew where it was, And it's like, so I got to be there awake and talking to this really cool urologist. He's kind of a little, not crazy, but for a doctor, he's out there, a fun guy. And man, I didn't like that at all. I think they didn't tell me. I think that was good because I've been late. Can't you X-ray it?
Hey, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Hanging in there?
Yep, that's the best I could do.
Mm. So anyway, he saw something in the bladder and was going to take a biopsy.
Oh, okay.
So I get to do it all again, except for with a little snip at the end.
Why didn't they do the biopsy then?
He was going to do it then and all, and I was okay with him doing it later,
Why?
And because I wanted that fucker out of me, and I figured afterwards, like, no, maybe that would have been just as well then. It's a really strange thing. I've never had that happen before,
My husband is a urologist. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know he was a urologist.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's Lefty's doctor.
Huh. Well, anyway.
He's very good, very thorough.
Likely nothing. But I got 10 stitches. That had to be tough stitch up right along the edge of the front part of the shin bone.
But your jeans didn't tear.
No, the jeans didn't tear. The abrasion of that running into my leg when I put my leg down and didn't see it. I knew it. I hope it didn't open up anything. I got my jeans on it. It hurt. But when I pulled up the pants, the blood was gushing out, and then I put something on it real quick, and it stopped gushing out. It was dripping out and all. So I guess that's pretty lucky.
Lefty, read the message I just sent you, and I'm going to send it to Jim and Liz also. Okay?
Okay.
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 I'm going to watch it come in.
Forward.
Text or Facebook message? Text, right?
Text, yeah. Forward. Where is Jim?
So, who is our guest tonight, and what is her
Sherry.
history?
Sherry Sacro. She's somebody I
There it
know
is.
her forever. She's really good people. She's got her doctorate in literacy. She lives in Florida. She's from Jersey. So
I'm sorry, she got a doctorate in what? Literacy?
yeah.
Like literally?
I don't know. Read whatever I wrote on her bio.
Yeah. I wish I could minimize the screen. I got here late. I normally look shit up, and I couldn't. I got here on time instead.
She's very, 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 very smart. But this is what I wanted to remind you of. Remember, this is Florida. Okay, so they're a little bit tight there, and she is a working professor in a university. All right.
Okay.
Just a heads up on that.
I met somebody at NECAN. Her name is Dr. Roz McCarthy. Have any of you ever heard of her?
No.
She has the Black Buddha cannabis brand. She has a minority business group, nonprofit that she runs. And when I was talking to her and telling her what I'm doing, she had told me she has a lot of contacts in Florida, and this is something they need down there. There's absolutely nothing for them. So it's real tough down there. She said she was going to hook me up with some people, but I haven't. I just followed up yesterday. So
Yeah, well, Florida's not really loving any of us.
I know, right?
Is this you? Is 859? No, here you are. Liz Weed, I put. Okay. Here you are. All right. Let me see.
Yeah. Dr. Sherry
Sacra.
Sakaro. She is an associate professor at Broward College, studied education science at Nova Southeastern University. Sherry also has a Master of Education and studied B.Ed and M.Ed, and she has a Ph.D.
Wow.
Education, and has been a big advocate in research, specializing in information literacy at Florida Atlantic University. She has some interesting life experiences would love to share with our viewers. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this business. Everybody has a story. And that's what drives everybody's passion.
What time is she joining us, Sue?
I told her to hop on at between 5 and 5:15.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, Liz, I just lost you again on my phone.
It's okay. I'll get it
All
eventually.
right, you know what I said anyway.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you know, like just when we talk about, we just, I guess, tiptoe around it because she's in the center of Florida now, and I don't know, she'll say whatever she wants though.
Yeah.
She's an old hippie, you know.
Ah, okay.
But she's in the center of Florida, but she teaches at Broward though. That's Broward's not center of Florida.
You know what? Don't take where I say she lives for fact, because I don't really understand that part of Florida.
Well, that's just going to ruin the whole story if she's not from the middle. I mean, if she's not, I don't care where she's from. You know, Florida's like, it's a really cool, diverse state. You know, I mean, it was really the place to be 30, 40 years ago. I just really enjoyed time there.
Yeah, now it's gotten nasty though. You know, it's
Oh yeah, I know.
super red state.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an influx of illegal cannabis linked to Chinese criminal networks.
What?
Say that again.
States
Yeah.
including Oklahoma, New Mexico, Maine, and Oregon are grappling with an influx of illegal marijuana linked to Chinese criminal networks, raising national security concerns, straining law enforcement resources.
Is they grow it in this country? I mean, are they growing?
Yeah, they entered this country for these home grow operations. This is Chinese home grow.
Yeah. Well, well, that's obviously illegal stuff, but I know that they've been doing that in California. You know, I mean, heard tale of that.
It says here it's contaminated.
I don't know. You know what? I don't even believe half this shit anymore.
Yeah.
Why would they? Why? Just tell me why that should even be.
Yeah. I don't know.
A committee hearing Thursday focused on how China is growing illegal marijuana in multiple states and how that is tied to larger criminal enterprises, including Mexican cartels.
So, does that make it a terrorist organization, and we're gonna start shooting down boats off the coast of China? I mean,
Hey, they got home grow. They got home grow. They did it illegally, but they got home grow.
How did they do it illegally?
They got home grow illegally.
Oh, legally? I think
Illegally.
well, everybody has home grow illegally. If you plant seed, I was an illegal grower of one plant, and it actually grew itself.
Oh my God, listen to this. Donnie Anderson, the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics director, said that with Oklahoma's approval of medical marijuana, the industry has overloaded the state. In one instance, a single Oklahoman, right, was listed as the owner of 300 marijuana farms in Oklahoma. Wow.
So, well, yeah, when they had their original law, it was one of the easiest to become a patient and be in the program. I didn't know how they went with home grow. This is the same state that sentenced George Foster, I think his name was, to like 92 years in prison for 3 joints. That is like 40 years ago, but
George Frost?
I thought his name is Foster.
Foster?
Where was this? Oh, this was in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Yeah, if you just
Yeah,
look
so
up
it was
Oklahoma 3 joints, 92 years.
Oh, he comes right up.
Yeah, there's another George. His last name starts with an M. He's the Growfather, actually. He spent 33 years in jail. He was the first person convicted for life for a nonviolent crime for cannabis. 32 years he served. And now he's the Growfather brand.
Okay, George with an M. George McMahon was a medical patient, but that
this is Martano or something.
no.
Let me look it up.
No.
Let me see. Yeah, I want to say Matarano or something like that.
From March 24.
Story.
Well, this here is, it says here from March 24 to March 25, licensed growers reported more than 7.2 million plants, while dispensaries sold roughly 1.6 million pounds. This left tens of millions of plants unaccounted for, which Anderson linked to illegal Chinese operations.
Well, then they're accounted for. See, now the one that's expert in literacy would have said yes. Would have caught that before me.
Okay. George Martorano, Martorano.
I never heard of him, but
Yeah. I just saw his story. Because I've trying to connect with them. I connected with his partner, but we're still going back and forth. Got a new pipe coming. Actually, it arrived today at my mailbox. I haven't gone and gotten it. I'll go tomorrow. It's called a freeze pipe. And you actually put it in. It has glycerin. It drops the temperature of the smoke drastically.
really,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
It's
So I'll pick it up tomorrow. I'll give it a try, do a video, and tell you all about it Tuesday.
yeah. That's why I put ice in the bong.
Yeah, they also have a bong too that has it's like a cartridge that has the glycerin in it, and you freeze that, and it drops the temp dramatically. So I don't feel like going out tonight, so I'm not going to go to the mailbox and pick it up. So I'll go tomorrow.
Well, potheads having somewhat of a reputation for many things, but one is actually open to creativity. And then you take a whole bunch of potheads in the country and make it legal for them to possess and consume. They're going to get real creative about ways to, new stuff. I mean, we probably haven't seen the best of it yet. I don't know what else it could be, but.
Well, I know there's the asthma inhalers.
Yeah.
They're making those with cannabis.
Yeah, I know.
They have a spray with cannabis, an RSO. They have a breath spray.
Who's
Each
they?
spray.
Who are they?
One company is
Wasn't it Sativex?
Hamsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Hamsa. This is a breath spray. It's mint, and one spray equals 2.5 milligrams.
So the spray, is that for the lungs, or it ends up coming
In your
through?
mouth.
I mean, so yeah, so that's like you spray it under your tongue or just in your mouth or whatever.
Yep. Okay. And it's not bad, but the thing is, it's only 2.5 milligrams per spray.
Mm,
And for someone like me, I need like 20 milligrams.
yeah. Well,
And that's a lot of mint.
so, but the inhaler way of doing it, that would go into the lungs, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so what I'm saying is that entering the system through the lungs like smoke, or through the contact with the skin? And
I don't know. I've only heard about it a couple of times, and I haven't heard much about it. So the other company that's doing it is Jersey Extraction Labs.
Yeah, there's also wait a minute, I just saw another company. Where'd it go? I just lost it. Elevate Holistics. They're doing them too.
Okay.
And it says they are your best option for having a perfect awareness of how much CBD or THC you are consuming. These are designed to provide a better and safer experience for patients without the probable detriments of smoking or vaping. Okay.
I think they need to make them in different strengths. 2.5 milligrams per spray, 5 milligrams.
Well, that's when they become medication, and that's going to take a while.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't do 2.5 milligrams to 20 milligrams with mint.
I saw that a gram of shatter or butter is 80 servings.
Is it really?
80 servings on a gram? That's insane to me.
well, how much is a serving? Like 2 peanuts out of a bag?
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell? Who would smoke that little of a dab? That's like 3 or 4 dabs. Yeah, I know.
Well, it would be nice to find out the hard way one day, like, whoa, like something kind of potent, cutting it down to minimum need to inhale to get maximum benefit.
I thought there was a dog under me, but there's not.
In the gray market, there's some actually pretty good, really cheap cannabis. The buds that get not shake, and not little tiny buds, but definitely the ones that don't get sold with the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's like $40-$50 an ounce, $120 for a quarter pound, and I got it for balm because it was going to be cheaper, but I also food grade balm. I take potluck fingerfuls all the time. I do before every podcast, and but then I smoked some and I thought, whoa. I mean, it's kind of like sativa, or maybe it's just because not that strong. I don't know, but I was really surprised. Not like it would be my first pick, but it was certainly surprising. So I called my brother to say, hey, listen, don't make balm out of that. It's a pretty good sativa. And he's like, too late. It's already been balmed. Starting a 30-hour process with the magical butter machine. Apparently he's found, or we've both found, that the longer you do that, the stronger it gets for real.
Oh,
I got surprised with that though. Oh, look at
what's that?
Looks like that. Is that a gram? Oh,
The numbers we're looking at.
yeah. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Serving size. It says here serving size is 12.5 milligrams.
Yeah, 2 peanuts.
12.5 milligrams. Whoa.
How many milligrams is in that package?
A million?
Yeah,
Many
times
milligrams.
80.
It's a million? A million? No. There's no way. Here's a speck of marijuana for you or for your dab rig. A speck. That's crazy. How many milligrams are in a gram? A million or 1,000? Or 100?
1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milligrams in a gram? Yeah, 1,000.
1,000. Okay, so the 12.5 of 1,000th of a gram.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
It's a shadow.
Yeah, really.
No. 1,000 times no. Thank you, Verano, but no.
So everybody heard about Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Yeah.
I know they took him off, but I don't know why.
Because he
He
said
was
something negative about
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the First Amendment applies to the government and to free speech, but not to your job. You can't say what you want at your job. So apparently his job got in trouble with the FCC.
Well, yeah, it's the people who employ him took that road when given a choice, and out of fear of retribution going even further. Yeah, that's but I try. I don't know what to think about it sometimes, but it's the level of what gets said and accepted in the past. I don't know, whatever.
I saw what he said. He didn't say anything terrible.
Sherry, you can't sneak in here. We see you.
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
I'm a failed sneak then. It's nice
Yeah.
to see everybody.
Good to see you too.
Sherry broke her arm.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, I was bored, and I had never had a broken arm, so I
So
figured.
she decided to fall.
Well,
Why not? Why not?
I hope you weren't impressed by it, is all. Hey, look, my
So,
other-
Sherry, Lefty is on your left, or
Am
above
I?
you. There's Jim, there's Liz, and me. This is your time. So tell us what you do.
What do I do? Actually, I just stopped doing what I do, so I'm not doing much. I'm kind of in transition at this moment in time. I just finished my career teaching at Broward College for almost 20 years, just whisker close to 20 years. And so now it's a time to reevaluate and decide different activities I want to complete and things I want to do. So I just wrote a chapter for one of my professor's textbooks, and that was fun. And it's coming out within days. I might even have it this week. And so it's being published by Kendall Hunt. Proud to say that in public. And my name won't be on the cover of the book. I'm just a little chapter person, but I'm a very proud chapter person. And I have another book project lined up behind that. So, and I hope I get to
Do some
talk about it.
writing. That'll be fun. Sherry, you want to tell them how long we know each other?
Oh my God, they'll never believe it. we know each other since real bell bottoms were first popular
Mm-hmm.
and hip huggers were a new thing. And jeans, you wouldn't be caught dead in a restaurant in jeans unless you were picking up an order at the back door.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
So we're
I
talking
remember those
1977. 1977.
Well, you wore your
Earlier.
jeans wherever you
Earlier.
walked into it.
Sherry
Late
and I met in
60s.
the late 60s.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
we were the old hippies. We were the young
I
hippies.
love
right?
it.
we were the young old hippies,
Mhm.
and we
We-
liked
we-
to
We weren't allowed to wear
clean our
jeans in
house
high
and
school.
talk about our kids and dance and eat good food and be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that was a changing of the guard right about then. I mean, in 1969, in most public high schools, you couldn't wear blue jeans. I mean, or you couldn't have your hair long. My own school, public school, couldn't wear blue jeans. You could wear white Levi's, but not blue Levi's.
In Bergen County, you could wear jeans.
Yeah, but you know, the trailblazing was like really. It was somebody in Massachusetts at public schools, a valedictorian, of course, found that out and just grew his hair. He refused to get a haircut, and they did, you know,
Mhm.
and they weren't going to give him a diploma, but it became a national outcry, you know. So like after
Yeah, there were all kinds of clothing issues. There was a garment called an angel blouse.
Yep.
And an angel blouse looked like a shortened maternity shirt. So you
Mhm.
weren't allowed to wear those.
Mm.
If the gym teacher had skirt length in mind, the gym teacher could say, everybody in your street clothes and on your knees. And that skirt had better touch the floor without you pushing it down or unrolling any rolls. School took a much more patriarchal.
That wasn't when I went to school. That
I
was
remember
really
back.
done.
That
I
was
remember back in like 1971, 72, I was in middle school, and
so you
all
were
the
near
gossip and all the rage was the sewing teacher wore a pantsuit.
Oh.
And she was the first one in the school to wear a pantsuit. And if you remember pantsuits, those polyester, yeah, and it was the biggest thing. She was the trailblazer for the school.
Well, I guess it depends a lot on what year you graduated. 1966, I graduated, and I have my two daughters who were on the planet. By 1970, I was a mom of two.
Hmm.
And very happy to be a mom of three as I sit here today. But it was those I had the two little girls, Sue had the two little boys, and we ran.
Yeah, we
together.
ran.
well, we had a draft too.
That's
You know?
right.
Yeah.
There was a draft.
Now, which was one of the better things that ever happened for getting kids in college, though. You know, oh, you got to go in college, get your student deferment. You know,
Yeah, and then they changed the draft to a number thing.
yeah.
So I remember my brother having a number, and
I was number 30.
and then there was I remember there was one kid in my class. He was older, and he purposely kept getting, failing so that he could just stay in school until I think they finally, got kind of like hip to him.
They probably
Remember him,
figured it out. After.
Alan Bielschmidt. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think he was your age, right?
Anne Marie Bielschmidt is very close with my little sister Louise.
Okay, all right. So that's her brother. I don't think they talk to each other, but that's her brother. Yeah. And then he ran away, but they drafted him anyway. I don't know. There was a big long story that went along with it.
Yeah.
And I think they put him in they institutionalized him or some kind of craziness. Louise probably knows the story better than I do.
Well, East Patterson just had a get together the first week of September of the senior class of 66. They're in a run up to doing an event for next fall, which will be the 60th year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a
Where's
high
Barry today?
I'm sorry. Oh, Barry's
Where's
in the
Barry?
living room.
Oh,
He's in the living room. He's glad I have something to do without him.
okay. Okay. I was going to tell you if he wants, he could pop on.
I'll let him know. He loves to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
So,
got a bigger personality than I do, but yeah. I'll tell him.
so what's going on down in Florida now? What's going on with you guys have any dispensaries open or like what's going on in the street there down there where you are? Nothing much.
You know, this dispensaries and all of that, I really will defer to Barry because he's the one who became knowledgeable. And we just made the move from South Florida to Central Florida.
Yeah, it's
And
a different population, right?
Yeah, completely different. And the way they handle medical, the whole medical marijuana thing here in South Florida or in now Central Florida is very interesting, nigh on to crazy. And recently I went to get recertified, and I apparently have been blessed, although I didn't realize it was a blessing. My diagnosis of Parkinson's disease allows me to have absolutely medical marijuana. Yes, you can just go right through the gate kind of thing. But Florida is now, or Central Florida is now taking a very detailed look at whoever gets enrolled. And patients have to have evidence of their condition, which is crazy.
What kind of evidence?
I mean, you don't have to have evidence to walk into a gas station and buy a beer. Why, for goodness sake, what is the reasoning behind this new push? And I'm sure it will turn up to be something in the financing of medical marijuana in Florida and who's going to make the next fortune.
So what's the process down there to get a medical?
So you have to go to a place. It's kind of like getting married in Las Vegas. They have a one-stop shop for you. You go in and you apply for the certificate under the state.
Card, yeah.
And you complete this application like you're becoming a member of the FBI or the CIA. And when you're finished with all that, you must see a physician, and they just happen to have one in the building. And the physician, you must present the physician with your condition and whatever evidences you have. And then the card is now applied for. It is only considered pending, and you may not act as though it has been granted until it comes in the mail along with an email that says that you have been accepted.
And what do they charge in Florida to go through the process?
It came to altogether about just under $300.
Okay, yeah, that's about like everywhere, right?
And it's just about a 10-month year.
10-month year. And
Yeah.
how quickly do you get your card or your certificate, whatever they do?
Very quickly. I have to give them credit.
Like 2 days?
Give them where it's due. I had the card within 4 days.
Within 4 days.
Is there
Okay.
any sales tax on medical cannabis in Florida?
Is there a tax?
Sales tax.
I have not examined the detail of the cost because I know it's a bait and switch game. I don't want to ask all those questions and find out answers. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think there's any sales tax because when I was in the Keys, what I purchased, I didn't pay sales tax
Where? In Florida or here?
in Key West.
Oh, Key West. Wow.
Well,
But
Key
I mean,
West
Key
is a
West-
different country.
Yeah, I know.
Well, in 1970, and my first, I think it was 70 or first time to Key West or down into Florida. And when I found out in Monroe County, you could drink beer while you're driving. You could consume beer. I mean, you couldn't be drunk. And it was only in Monroe County. And I thought that was like the damnedest thing, you know. I didn't believe it was true for a while, but and that obviously it didn't last long into the 70s, I don't think, but
Where is Monroe County in Florida?
that's all the way down to Key West and up to
That's
well,
down.
Homestead,
That's
I
the
guess.
Keys.
Pretty much down in the Keys, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you get south of that big part of land and you're out on US 1 there, all those little islands are part of Monroe County.
Okay.
Oh, that's, you know, I would think everybody's first drive down through the Keys it's so nice. I mean, it's so much water, and the 7 Mile Bridge of back then was a little scary,
Mm-hmm.
you know, cause not that it was
It's a
7
little scary, but it has an effect on you being on the water.
Yeah, now they're like one going one way, one the other. But when there was 2 lanes and a truck coming towards you on that 7 Mile Bridge, man, you know. But
You're feeling about beer being legal, right?
yeah, it was just the attitude when you got down there. It's like one of the longest dead end roads everywhere. You know, people there are from stock, the kind of people who would go all the way somewhere and go, you know what, this is good, you know. And it was the attitude. It was of the people that lived there. I mean, you could stop and, you know, a convenience store, and you left feeling like you knew everybody. It was nice, you know.
Yeah.
People are happy there.
They were, you know. And Key West, what are you going to say, you know? That's a
Key West
whole experience.
good music. Always great music.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and I was telling everybody else here, Sherry, that when we were in the Keys in the beginning of the year, every other storefront is a dispensary down there now. And it's welcome. You don't need a medical card. Just come in. We'll give you whatever you want. And they do.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, that's for down there, you know.
Yeah.
But then when you start to go up, you know, then we hear all the horror stories about, you know, up by where's the college town up all the way up north.
The problem will come like Halloween if there's some crime that occurs in Key West during the celebration enough to bring the type of socialization in Key West in October.
Mm-hmm.
I think the current political craziness will cause some mania as they're trying to cause in New Orleans. And you know, just remove the character of this country. Everybody wear a gray suit. Every male wears a certain haircut. Every female must bend her will to the will of whoever the masculine person is who's in control of her. You know, that whole attitude will get stirred up. And I think it will be an especially wild Halloween because that's entirely possible.
So you think that's going to happen this year?
I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's a ripe petri dish for it to happen. Conditions are right for that to go on.
Mhm.
I sure hope it doesn't. I've taken my kids to drag shows in Key West. I've taken my kids to so many events, and I have yet to see a problem with that. I don't see a social problem with that.
Yeah.
I see a social problem with taking my kids to a place and telling them, those people are poor people. You're not among them because you do what I say.
Mhm.
You know, and actually, I heard a couple things on the news that really depressed me as the king and our president spoke last night. And our president, in his speech, indicated a joining of the two countries for all the collective countries who speak English.
Really?
The English language nations of the world shall unite and take their sovereignty.
So that's here in England, and that's it, right?
He said it at the table in England last night.
Okay.
It was in his speech. It was at the end of his speech, that particular line. There were other lines within the speech, but at the end of his speech, he said, "We are together of a purpose, that we are taking care of our people, and our people are the English language speakers of the world, those countries."
And that's like the basic history of this country, is why people left England to come here for the freedoms, to for the right to practice whatever religion you want to practice, for freedom of speech, etc., etc. And now it's just getting all twisted. And when you lived in South Florida, how far were you from the Empire, the Mar-a-Lago?
45 minutes.
45
Well,
minutes.
From the Empire?
Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, from the Empire. How far am I now? About 50 miles.
Now you're
East
50
of
miles.
me.
And when you were down south, were you closer?
I was 200 miles away from
200
them.
miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago is on the coast. I'm smack dab in the middle. And
No, hang on.
that's the neighborhood for me. That's definitely, you know.
And Jim, when you were in Florida, where were you?
Fort Lauderdale.
You were in Fort Lauderdale. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where my brother-in-law
Glen
lived.
Cove Apartments on 441. I loved it there. Okay, yeah, it was like that mid-20s. What's not to love?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go into over to the beach where Las Olas and A1A is right on the coast. I mean, like right along the beach.
Yeah.
And Las Olas would be one of the main roads right into the center, into the really sort of artsy, cool part, but the cars would just be there all the time. And people go to Florida then, Fort Lauderdale, especially in the spring. And it was like a role reversal of me and my brother and another friend. We could stand just like on a corner, like on the west side, not on the ocean side. And there's like the bars and a lot of people doing stuff there. So we'd stand there like at a red light, Las Olas, and then think back about 5-6 car lengths, because I think it's 3 lanes going slow each way. And girls would pick on guys because they're stopped right there and they know they can say anything they want. The light's going to change green and they're going to be out of there. And they're in Fort Lauderdale and it was like, you want an ego trip, just go hang out there and get hooted at, and all the sexual innuendo thrown your way. And Yeah, so like, yeah, what's not to like? You know?
It's interesting how each of the beach communities have a different character. Where you're talking about is immediately north of where I lived in Hollywood,
Yeah,
and there's in between. There's Dania Beach, which is kind of a quiet, um,
yeah,
very white,
yeah.
very
They're different. You're right. You're right.
yeah.
You know, and then of course, you have the whatever reservation it is right on Route 1 where you can buy tax-free cigarettes and
Uh-huh. Right,
bingo
because
and
they
bingo
have
games.
First Nation.
Yeah, bingo
Yeah.
games had no limit on the maximum amount of money. You know, like $10,000 jackpot, which would be
They
illegal.
cried all the way to the bank.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
They've
It
done a
really-
great job. Have you been to the big guitar? Do you all know what I'm talking about when I talk about the big guitar?
No.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
Yeah.
Hard Rock Hotel.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They actually changed the route for planes coming into Fort Lauderdale Airport so that the passengers see the guitar as they fly in. They did a great job with it. And on their property, at their rock concerts, in their world, the rules are different.
How
Those
so?
are First Nation rules, First Nation police. And we've had a few cases that have crossed the line, legally, cases that have crossed the line.
How so?
We had a case where a man and a woman, domestic discord. They had two boys. He came and got the kids for his visitation on a Friday night and promptly drove them into a canal and drowned them.
Oh,
The
That's hard.
Broward County jailed him and charged him,
mhm.
but the Superior Courts of Florida found that the First Nation tribe had jurisdiction, and that has held.
Okay.
That has held. And the people in the county were outraged because they do not have a death penalty. They had to have a very different way of looking at family law. And so there was a lot of stuff about it. But the law stands. They are a sovereign nation.
Mhm. I was in Deerfield Beach last when was it? Last November. I went to a conference there. That was an interesting place. Beautiful beach. And I was in the hotel that was right on the beach, but it was so windy I couldn't even sit outside, but it was, you know what? It was a little bit too heavy red for me. So I left early. I was like, I'm out of here. I got myself out of there.
Yeah, it's funny. It's great to be by the beach until you are. And
Yeah.
then you
Well,
learn all of the stuff about being on the beach.
Well, yeah, the opposite would be true in Cocoa Beach, though. It's really a different carved out part of Florida, where it's kind of the way it always used to be.
I have a funny story about Coco. Little funny story. I have a friend who did her PhD and is up there in Titusville. So I went to visit her. And coming home, I like little roads, not big roads. So I figured I would drive along the ocean. So I'm driving and I'm like, this is weird. I've been here before, but I've never been here. This is crazy. And then I saw the sign on the beach for the base, the rocket base, the rocket launch base. I
Oh,
looked at that and I was like, "Oh my God, I dream of Jeannie."
Oh yeah!
Everybody with me
Holy
was
shit.
younger. They were like, "What? You
Yeah.
you dream of Jeannie? What is that?"
What is that?
That I was there for winter of turning into 2005 and building a deck on a friend's house. And he lived in Cocoa Beach, half a block from the ocean. And I loved it there. But the real fun was when something was blasting off because you'd know it. And then a lot of times it'd be like 2 a.m. And then 1 a.m. you'd hear the helicopters rumbling. They'd circle once or twice before, like security concerns. And then when it took off, and this is like 4 miles away, I'd never watched it, but I was expecting it to go kind of straight up, and no, it went going in 45-degree angle out and away. But you could read a book for about 30 seconds with no street lights around. You could just be sitting there. It lit up like day, and the vibration would set off car alarms everywhere. You know,
Wow.
yeah, because I mean, it really it had a vibration. And I found that an awesome display. You know, but yeah, I've had a connection to Florida. Oh, also, and back in I graduated in high school in 1970, and the whole thing was that Florida was marijuana. It was good and it was cheap, and then amongst it, and the college sensibilities then was that was a given. Always occurred to me, it was strange that the second best is Wisconsin. I thought, come on, how will Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin be like that? But apparently it was true. But in Florida, and so like I had the opportunity to be because I had a van and I got to know some people, and they employed me on a couple of occasions to get some bales off, Plainwood land and bales, and I'd drive them to a stash house and all. It was like really stupid and really exciting, but it was the Central Florida part. I mean, going across 84 Alligator Alley, there's reservations out there too, but there's a lot of cow pasture out there. And the idea of, just like in the movies, you got to cut through some wire and you drive into a field and it's not your cow pasture and nobody's going to know. And the pilot searches 84 when there's no cars coming, lands, takes off in another 8 minutes, 64 gallons of fuel, about 2,600 pounds, about 70 bales. And then you spend the rest of my life wondering why I would take that risk. It was just that age, like 25, 26, and you can't possibly lose. But then coming so close to the edge of that envelope a couple of times, I feel like I could have gotten in trouble and my whole life gone south so many ways. I'm probably one of the luckier people I know who doesn't have anything now, but I'm just freaking lucky to be here. I made some stupid.
Well, you have whatever your experience has been, Jim. You made me think, when I think about Sue DiGregorio and myself, we are distinct in our friend group because we got an education. And we both did it very similarly in incremental steps because our number one profession, we were moms. And we went to school to get better jobs, to take better care of our kids, because we lived the impossible
Domestic violence
ideas that they taught us, that some prince was coming on a horse with gold in his pockets, and all we had to do was look beautiful all day and pick nice furniture, and life would be good. But we kind of discovered it didn't work that way.
Yeah, it didn't go that way. I get that impression. That's Sue to a T. And if you've known her that long and you're cut of the same cloth, you two would be a formidable force. I can only imagine back then. you know.
Well,
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
was a little bit of a wild thing, and I was a little bit younger, but not much. But Sherry's door was always open, and it
So
was.
was
And
yours too. And the one thing that just was like instant between us was the kids. Whatever was going on with the kids,
yeah,
painting their bedroom or getting ready for their birthday parties or some.
remember we used to make those carpets. We used to go behind. Okay, this is what we used to do. We used to go behind the carpet stores and get like their trash, and
Yeah.
make a carpet, a shag carpet for a room out of different pieces, like a
Custom
jigsaw.
decor, match their main toys and their main game. Our kids had it. We may be broke, but you wouldn't know it looking at our kids.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time.
I love the idea that getting the remnants of carpets and putting them together.
Oh, it was awesome. I did a living room. I did the bedrooms. Yeah, it was fun.
And there was another person, and her husband was involved in carpeting directly. And so
yeah, but that's not where we were getting the carpet.
That's not what took us there, right?
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Well, when vans became the big rage, and basically, if a van had teardrop windows or something in the back, yep, that person smoked marijuana, which wasn't good for being profiled, which happened all the time. But anybody that had a van back then knew all about getting remnants out from a carpet store. It's like, hey, where'd you get that? And then behind us, that kind of thing. And you could just like redo it. Or in my case, it made it softer to do 3 layers of carpet between the bed hanging out area in the back and the front. And I did that out of foresight because, one, it didn't cost anything. It was much softer. And then when it got really dirty, you didn't have to clean it. You just took the top one off, and there was another brand new carpet right below it. And so you had 2 free cleans. It makes me creative. What can I say? But also, you two are like the example of maybe the way I should have been, but never having children. It could have been like Peter Pan. Why do you have to grow up? I mean, I don't mean being mature. I mean, but just like at the core, it's kind of a different thing. And but I don't know. That was just a great time of life. And I imagine everybody looks back and maybe but seriously, the 60s into the early 70s was an amazing change. It was like an amazing good change, a fun one. I mean, for most people.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We heard a lot of good music.
We had the best music.
Yeah, we had the best music.
Oh, definitely. We definitely have the best music. That's it. That's all. It just stops right there.
Yes, 100%.
Hear that, Lefty? You're not in the group. We over here are in one group. You're like,
he's
like
I was born in '68, so I like all that stuff. I even like disco. I like everything, even country. You name it, I like it. I don't like jazz.
I love country music.
I don't like country music. Some little bit of jazz is okay, but like not a lot. I'm just I'm a rock star.
Country music.
Yeah, me too.
I love rock and roll. I love rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
I love
not just
country music.
Real rock and roll.
Yeah,
okay.
Real rock.
You're right. If you listen to Travis Tritt, that song Trouble, TRUBL, it's rock and roll. It's not country. They stole some rock and roll and we let them do it. They co-opted some of that shit. It's really good. And I found that out in Oklahoma because when I I went to California from Florida and stopped in Oklahoma because I didn't have enough money. A new friend there, and never made it to California. But I did come to not like the yodeling sort of singing country music.
Right. That's
yeah,
And the twang.
yeah, but then,
Twang.
people.
then there was like guys like Vince Gill, who really sings good, and he's a really good guitar player. But then they get up into this rockabilly almost stuff, and really, it's sort of a versatile thing. But I mean, it was a fun place to be. People were friendly, and it took me 2 waves on a lonely road to know that when people come the other way and do this, it didn't mean there's a speed trap up ahead. It'd be nothing.
A lot more.
Is it a joke? They do this. They see my out-of-state plates and they warn me about a speed trap. And I thought, oh, get out! Are they waving? So I had my arm out on the rearview mirror waiting, and all I did was do one of these. I went like that, and I got a full-fledged wave right back. And in food stores up here, it's like, goddamn lines wise, I never should come here on Sunday morning. Oklahoma, it's like they're turning around, talking to each other, hanging out. Oh, is it my turn? Okay, so, it was a whole different mindset. And when you walk by somebody on a sidewalk, you didn't both look like you're looking for a penny on the opposite side of the sidewalk. You said hello to people. You nodded.
Man have a better run.
For all bad stuff.
That's how it was where I grew up. That's exactly how it was where I grew up. And when I came to the States, you would walk down the street, you would say good morning to everybody.
Where did you grow
How
up?
are you doing? And we came to the States and people looked at me like I had 3 heads.
Where did you grow up?
What are you
Bermuda.
saying? You came to the United States.
What are you looking at?
You grew up in Bermuda?
Bermuda, the island I
Yep.
took a cruise to, Bermuda.
Yeah, Bermuda.
Wow. I can
Why did you come here?
That's a world unto
That was my parents.
Okay.
That was all my parents, because at the time, the school system only went to the 8th grade, and then you either went out to work or you went to boarding school. And my parents didn't want to do either, so they were like, "We're going back." I was born in Staten Island, and that's where I'm originally from. But when I was a baby, his company opened up a subsidiary down there, and he got to go. So.
Liz, why don't you tell Sherry what you do with senior education?
Well, I have found that, we have come from the happy days to Twilight Zone in just by blinking. We come from a time where, you could make anything a smokable device to now things with apps, and it's overwhelming. Seniors are the biggest community. And this past week, 2 weeks ago, I was at NECAN, and everybody I talked to was telling me the same thing. Their customer bases are more than 50% over 50.
Liz, can you explain what NECAN is? Because Sherry's not familiar.
It was a cannabis convention down in Atlantic City where there were a bunch of different vendors, brands, companies, dispensaries, just meeting, greeting, forming partnerships.
Wow.
So
Did you do any
the
teaching at the
cannabis
conference?
community is huh?
Did you do any teaching at the conference?
No, well, I did a lot of promoting.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
because I'm all about senior education, and what we don't know is huge. And seniors, we're a different animal, like I said, and it's very overwhelming. We're coming from the days of Easy Wider and an apple or something, and we're coming into dabs and sugars and batters and butters and this and that.
What's that you're holding up, Jim?
Oh, sure.
Is that one of
We come from the days of Easy Wire.
Water.
Yeah, easy
Yep.
water.
Easy wires,
I'm
exactly.
I'm giving her a PowerPoint sort of thing.
Yeah,
here.
my
Yeah.
husband is one with the dab and the wax and all of that stuff, which is beyond my education. I'm just starting
Exactly.
to learn.
It's beyond all of our education. You feel like you need a degree in science.
Well,
They talk about things like terpenes
Yeah.
and strains, and it is very overwhelming. So I developed a community, a senior cannabis education community, and I'm also a senior advocate. I've become very pretty vocal about some of my ideas. But we are the most overlooked, we are the most undereducated, and we need time to learn this. So I created this community. I have educators, I have a doctor, I have a scientist, a cannabis nurse hotline, and courses and modules and reviews.
That's so cool. If you can use anybody who teaches English, I'm in.
Okay. We have, yeah, I just launched on July 1st, actually. It's kind of like a virtual school. There's like message boards, there's classrooms, you can do modules, you can do a live streaming. It's a little old school type community, and I'm also very big on hiring seniors in for the brands in the dispensaries. They're all complaining that it's hard to find good help, bud tenders, blah blah blah. You're looking in the wrong spot. We have good work ethic. We are dependable, and we're eager to learn. And we can't survive on Social Security alone. We can't buy weed with Social Security. It ain't enough. So that's my mission.
Well, if I can put my effort toward any any way of supporting senior education or anyone's education, I'm in. You
Oh,
can
I love it.
count
Thank
on me.
you. Yeah, absolutely.
You two
Count
should
on me.
exchange numbers and talk. Really, that would be
Well-
really cool.
Yeah, if you want, send a text to both of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'll
We could
work.
do. We could do. Never mind. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
that would be
wonderful.
fun to do, though. We could do something really, really good. We could do a couple of videos too.
Yeah,
Sure.
videos work very well. It's so good because you have the whole encapsulated thing right there, and you can use a software that puts that verbiage into a typewritten record.
Right.
So there's an artifact for a person to look it over and benefit from that.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Empowering through education.
Oh,
Empowering through education. I'm in.
Lefty, bringing people together, networking on Sativa Cross. I love it.
This is great.
Do. I mean, seriously, I love when I take away new information. I mean, it that's inevitable. But then when I see paths cross, that's what I'm all about. I mean, we were, say if there was an under visited event, people aren't, there's not a lot of people to speak to if there's information. And two paths cross that when you look back, hey, remember that event you had almost nobody came to? Yeah, that's where we met. And great things happen. So having seen that happen, like right here a lot, I have not faith, I have not belief, I have knowledge that this is going on even when you don't see it,
The universe unfolds as it should.
Well, listen, if you just read the lyrics to For a Dancer by Jackson Brown, if you can remember to do that, For a Dancer, It's the one that people he play at funerals.
We live in the age of we don't have to remember. You can text it to us.
Yeah, oh, you can bring. I got a handheld answering machine. Still, it'd be like with Kathy. It'll be, when was that? Oh, I don't know. I think no. I wasn't that old then, and I'm reaching for my phone, and I ask the same question into my phone, my hand, and it tells me the answer. Well, why do I even talk with her? You know, or her with me? More to the point. You know.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. You know, I call her my better two-thirds, and I tell everybody that. People with our couple, the guy never likes it when I say that. And then I say it's not like a bestowment. It's something that needs to be maintained. I mean, and she does. I get doctor appointments on 2 a month time. She comes with me into the doctor's office, so I don't have to say, I don't know. I'll text Kathy. She's in the waiting room. You know, so yeah, and the maintenance fun is too, because I'm kidding when I do it, but it might be like, hey, I'm a better two-thirds. I need some more coffee. I need some, you know, and there's absolutely no way she's not going to be smiling about it, because it comes back too. One time the doctor said, okay, you can come see Jim. It was after an operation, and he looks at her and says, do you realize he called you his better two-thirds? You know, so yeah, I got outed one time, you know, and I'm gold with that. She's not here right now. I can talk out loud.
It's what I like to see. Who's the boss?
So, Liz, where are you branching out to? You know, I mean, you know, besides Jersey, like what other states?
I'm in New York. I've just started in New York, and like
where
I
in New
said,
York?
Staten Island so far.
Okay.
And I also, like I had told you earlier, I had spoken to someone, Dr. Roz McCarthy, who is a very big advocate for the minority businesses, and you know, she's probably, she doesn't look it, but just by her experience, I would say she was probably in her early 50s. And she told me, you know, there's a big need for this cannabis education in Florida, and she has a lot of contacts down there that she can connect me with, so that we can start down there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is perfect.
Oh.
So do you plan on like do you have a website?
Yep.
Okay.
It's Liz Lights Up.
.com.
.com.
There it is.
LizLightsUp.com. Liz.
And that will take you there. There's a link there for the school community.
Oh yeah, there it is. Boomers, bongs, and buds.
Must be 21 years old or older.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah,
that.
you got to put that on everything.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You do though. You have to put that on everything, and then you have to put
Well, our governor,
like what's scrolling down here about do not drive, blah blah blah. You know, don't be pregnant, don't be anything.
I promise you, you can relax about that.
You're not pregnant? That's good.
No.
I'm glad to hear that.
Not at risk at all.
You know, Florida has a robust senior community, or at least it was always known for it. But then in my first time there in 1970, on college spring break, and we're going to ride by Miami Beach, and I was so excited. I was at Miami Beach, and so we got on this road along Ocean, where there was like really big like hotel living things, and wonderful beach, and all old people, like, you know, with pants belted across their sternum, and all with fedoras, the old guys and all. And it was like right out of a movie. And it's like, that was Miami Beach, not South Miami Beach, where that's the beach I pictured. But I
Mhm.
didn't realize Miami Beach proper was almost a freaking retirement thing back on at then, you know, except Fontainebleau.
It was the spot everybody goes to retire. The snowbirds.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody and it was that way for years, decades.
Yeah.
It still is to some extent, but now it's extending into the Carolinas. Not so much Georgia, but the Carolinas.
Yeah. You know,
Wow, there's something happening in England right now. Just came on my phone. They have some kind of, I guess, luncheon, and there's a woman, and she's up there talking, and she said, she's saying he is going to send us into an early grave. Early money kills. She's being asked to leave. They carried somebody out. If we drill, baby, drill, how many will we kill? Yeah, they're trying to get them out.
Only poor ones. You can reassure her.
Oh, now they're fighting. Oh, here we go. Wow.
I'll see it 100 times before I go to bed if the TV.
They're dragging this guy on the floor. They're dragging him.
Terrifying.
Oh,
I've been dragged on the floor in the Capitol building.
I don't know how I even bounced in here. I was typing in Liz's website.
Sherry,
Pushing the girl.
Sherry, the first time you smoked cannabis, how old were you, and what kind of experience was it?
How old was I? I was,
That's a good question.
I want to think my girls were like 4 and 6.
No, you were younger than that.
I was younger than that. Was I ever younger than that? Yeah, maybe I was younger than that, but by then, smoking was a thing in my life. I had to be younger than that because I was worried about smoking while I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I just did. I didn't worry about it.
I didn't worry about it
You
either.
You remember your
And-
first time?
Huh?
Well, you guys calmed me down. It was better for me to have the smoking than have the vicious anxiety that plagued my life and kept me from resting and made me irrational at times. My life is so much better because of cannabis. I can truly say.
That's true of a lot of people in some very simple yet meaningful ways, like what you were just saying, you know. I almost scoffed the first time I went, you know, hey man, it's medicine for everybody, you know, and it seems to almost be that for people who allow it to be. But okay, I bought my first lid and yeah, for it was $12, and then it went up to 15, and then 20 became standard. Do you remember the first time that you bought any, or somebody you knew bought some? Yeah, do you remember what it cost?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I never paid
both
for
of
it.
you, both of you.
I didn't have to pay.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I had my ex-husband. He was a dealer.
Yeah. Do you know? Oh, well, there you go. Then that.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what the general.
Sherry, did I tell you he died? He died, you know.
No, I didn't know he was dead.
Yeah.
And of course, Smith's
You missed
gone.
Oh,
So somewhere there's a neighborhood in paradise where they're getting high regularly with
is
horrible.
Vinny dead? Did Vinny die?
No.
No?
No.
All right, we'll have this conversation
Can
another
we
time.
arrange that?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about this another day.
Yeah. It's a colorful conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
Sherry, what's your favorite munchie food?
Grapes. Grapes if
Juicy
it's sweet
grapes.
come after, and mushrooms if it's food.
Mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Grapes is a good choice, you know, because if you're in an area where, say, a party, not a drinking party, just people smoking by a lake or something like that, and it's going on for a while, and you show up with a bunch of grapes, you're like, everybody's your friend then, because
Yeah,
like,
everybody loves you.
it's a perfect thing. Keep the throat moist a little bit, and then they're really tasting kind of better than usual too. So yeah, grapes is like,
Well,
There's been some
Barry,
really good grapes
my
around
husband
here
is
this
a
year.
chef, and he's not chefing at this time in his life, but he makes fabulous food. So wherever we go, we're welcome guests. But when we go in the woods with the hippies, he has a couple of favorites he makes. And quite often he makes a giant London broil and slices it painfully thin and makes a big, gorgeous salad with every kind of delightful vegetable and fruit and all of that. That's
That
one of
sounds
his favorite get people wasted and watch them eat meals.
that
I've been making
sounds so
salads with
good.
watermelon all summer.
Oh yeah, salads with watermelon.
Ugh,
how do you stop eating watermelon?
you can't, right?
You can't.
Yeah, pretty much not.
You eat it.
Has anybody heard of putting salt on their watermelon? Because
Yeah,
it's
my
sweet?
grandfather used to do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
And
grill
I've
it
heard
now.
other people when I've repeated that, I've said, I remember my grandfather putting salt on the watermelon,
How
and
about
I've heard other people say, "Oh yeah, I do that too."
how about vinegar in a melon, or was that only my family in the whole world? They put a vinegar, like get the orange little melon, the cantaloupe, yeah, and it has a natural plate, when it's there, a whole
It's
vinegar.
also very good with a hot pepper, with a black ground pepper, fresh black ground pepper. Barry makes grilled pineapple
That sounds
and
good.
grilled watermelon all the time.
Yum,
Divine.
yum.
Mm.
Lefty, what's your favorite munchy food?
Right now it's pizza, but normally it's cheese and crackers, like crackers, really thin crackers, like the toasty Cheez-It crackers,
Mhm.
and some really sharp cheddar, and some either olives or grapes. Olives or grapes.
Oh, you and Jay would have a munchy time together.
Yeah.
He likes all that too. That's him.
They have some water crackers that are so thin and so
Yeah, I know which
good.
ones you mean.
Those are great.
Yeah.
I'm out of that loop. Damn.
And Jim, what's your favorite munchy food?
Well,
I don't know if you've ever said.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I say if it was going to be one thing and it was just for flavor, I can't get it anymore. Is the hot cheese doodles. I love the hot
Oh, okay.
I love the taste. You don't have to chew them; they almost melt in your mouth, and then there's not a lot there, so it doesn't fill too much.
Mhm.
But it was just the right amount of that, But other than that, actually, yes, different kinds of cheese, experimenting with different kinds of cheese and different kinds of mustard, So
Yeah, I like mustard on cheese too.
yeah, but and the olive, but
Yeah, I do too.
I'll have like a slice of pepperoni on it too, So
Mhm.
I do
How about
too.
you, Liz? What's your favorite munchy food?
I switch every couple of months. I go through phases of what I like and what I don't like and what. But for the most part, I love making Ritz crackers with a cheese and a slice of little tiny slice of salami on it. That's so good.
Mhm.
These little
it's one,
snacks.
it's one olive short of the sister to my thing. It is like now I got to try that,
And it's a Ritz cracker. It's got to be a Ritz.
Yeah, I love Ritz crackers. Yeah.
I think if you put olives on anything, it's good. Just
I
as
have truly enjoyed myself tonight. I really thank you, Sue, for bringing me here this evening. This has been my first pod experience, and I'm codified. I love it.
Yeah, you fit
great.
right in. Yeah, you definitely fit right in.
Oh yeah.
And I told them all to be a little careful what we say because you're in Florida and because of the political climate,
They're coming for you. They're coming for you now.
They're watching us. on that government watch list.
Oh, and one more thing about
Hopefully
olives. I tell you, a strange
Hopefully
thing
not.
about olives, and I've tested it out over a period of, well, how long has Olive Garden been around? You can't get olives at the Olive Garden. What would you like?
Right.
Can I get a side
So
order
in
of
Jersey,
olives?
we drive on the parkway and park in the driveway. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'm going to say goodnight to you all. Forgive me, please. My shoulder is killing me sitting here.
Thank you, Sherry.
Yes.
Well, feel better.
I
And-
will feel
and then-
better. It can't last long.
Yeah, and then we'll all talk and we'll see what we could set up with the Florida connection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Sounds
Yay.
good.
It was great meeting you.
It was
Yes,
great.
it was
I
great.
feel like I know you guys.
Yeah, right. You know,
That's
well,
it. And Sue and I go back to practically high school.
yeah.
Practically.
Well, let's not make it a one and off. You know, you'll have to come back sometime.
Yeah, come back
Oh
anytime.
no, I won't do one and off. I'm coming back.
All right, right on.
You could count on me. I'm interested, and something will materialize that I can do. I'm not talking an awful lot about what I can do, but I can do. So I'm glad I met you. Please forgive me, and I'll see you soon. We'll call.
Okay.
Happy trails to you.
All right,
You
feel better,
too.
Sherry.
So we have our list here, but Jim, on Monday we're in Trenton. I don't know if you know this, but Monday is Trenton. Yes,
Why?
we couldn't get Thursday this year. Somebody took Thursday, so we took Monday. It's listed up on the thing. I hope you can make it,
The
but
thing.
we'll be in Trenton on Monday instead of Thursday this week.
Well, we wouldn't have been there. When's the fourth Thursday?
Thursday.
Is this
Next
coming?
Thursday.
Yes.
Man, this month is flying.
I know.
I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it. Yeah.
But Monday instead of Thursday this week, because that's the only day we could get.
What's going on Thursday? I wonder.
I'd like to find out.
I want to go back and find out who bumped us.
Yeah.
Let's Google it. What's going on in Trenton?
Can we?
on Thursday?
Yeah. Actually, you could probably do that.
Well,
Thank you, Matt Hatter. We're there's no cannabis church this weekend. We are not having. We're postponing cannabis church this weekend. I will be not able to be here. So next week, cannabis church will be coming back. So unfortunately, every time I cancel cannabis church, there's people here trying to get in. So sorry ahead of time. I'm sorry, but no cannabis church this week. But thank you, Matt Hatter. CMMNJ, UFCW, Arlo Glass, OpenMachine.com, and SativaCross.org, where you can donate $1 million.
You know
Or
what?
no.
And can we just make like an announcement? Patients Out of Time had their last conference this past week. So kudos to Patients Out of Time and all the work that they have put in the cannabis movement.
Oh,
And to Mary Lynn.
Very good.
they're actually from conferences I've been to, I always learned more. I took more back with me from their conference and had just as much fun outside the classroom thing there. But you know, it was really geared toward learning. You know, and the guests over the years have been unbelievable. You know, so.
Yeah, Dr. Sulak was at this conference. Heather just came. Heather went. And she said it was good, but she'll fill me in more tomorrow because they had a disastrous way home.
No.
But anyway, so that's a long time. You know, Mary Lynn put a lot into that, and God bless her.
Yeah.
Our list begins, and I'm sorry the list is longer, but not in the bad way. Cheryl, Sabina, Diane, Gracie, Cindy Mae, Marie, Jack, Joan, Randy, Polly, Bill, Chad, Jeremy, Colette, Matt, Troy, Russ, Roger, Jay, Ella, Hattie, Jackie, Anthony, Jake, Normando, Felicia, Lynn, Dan, Sean, Joyce, Lori, Frank, Brian, Flo, Carl, Thorn, Frank, Lorraine, Terry, Charlotte, Cher, Jaybird, Michael, Marley, Colette,
There we go.
Brendan, Red, Rico, Lou, Becky, Lawanda, Chip, Paul, Lisa, that's Sue's sister, Marcus, Gary, Julia, Wayne, Waxy, Joe Marie, and Jeff. Now, I don't know if you guys heard it, but there was some serious feedback coming back on those. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This concludes our podcast.
Okay.
Well, won't see you Sunday for Cannabis Church, but we'll see you on Monday in Trenton.
What time?
11:11. I'll make a flyer. I'll make an event page. I'll get working on that immediately. And
Okay, good.
there it is.
Well, it's one of those things where you be there, something always happens, and it does. It doesn't have to be nothing going on anywhere.
No,
Something
something.
always happens, always, and then again. Oh, and if not, it's not a tough gig. We sit there and just get high functionally, and to just be right there. That's showing up. I mean, I can't be telling people showing up when you can physically show up. It counts for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we show up. But then to show up right at the sidewalk and be able to interact with people going by, you never know who's going to end up sitting in for a minute either. And last time out, it was pretty entertaining.
Oh yeah.
So I'll
All
be
right. See you Monday, boys and girls. Have a
Okay.
wonderful day, wonderful night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Liz,
Sue.
I'm gonna call you in a minute, okay?
Thank you, Liz. Thank
Okay,
you, Sue.
great. Yep. And thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll talk to
Yeah.
you guys later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning we will remember them. Thank you.